Good evening and good morning, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us tonight. Tonight, we're going to be hosting. Actually, Mike will be hosting this call. He's got Kyra with him and Gail, and we've also got Henry out in the background should we need him. Sit back and relax, guys, because we're going to have a heck of a lot to learn tonight. And I'll turn the call immediately over to Michael since this is his show. Michael?
Thank you so much, Marilyn. So again, guys, welcome and good evening and good morning to all. So I'm Michael. By the way, I'm Michael Bonilla, the growth manager of Beaches Labs Inc. And here's Caroline Busain
Hello,
from
everyone.
Beaches Labs. So let's start with the show. Here we go. A pleasant morning and evening to everyone. I'm Mike.
And I'm Kyra, and we are from Beaches Labs Inc.
Before we proceed to our Crypto Savers Club, I would like to cite first our disclaimer. Like every good webinar, we're going to start with a word from our lawyers. This communication is on behalf of Beaches Labs Inc., the web management of CryptoSaversClub.com. This communication is not to be construed as legal, financial, or tax advice, and it's for informational purposes only. This communication is not intended as a recommendation offer solicitation for the purpose or sale of any security, although this presentation may provide information concerning potential legal issues. It is not a substitute for legal advice, and any opinions or conclusions provided on this presentation shall not be ascribed by Blink. Blink does not assume any liability for reliance on the information provided herein.
To start off, the webpage URL. To visit Crypto Savers Club, go to your browser and on the search bar, type cryptosaversclub.com.
Endorsement e-token. The user will be needing an e-token in order to access Crypto Savers Club. To get an e-token, you will be needing to talk to an elite member or an admin who has access on Crypto Savers Club.
The landing page. After the user has entered the endorsement token or the e-token, the landing page will show up. This is where the user will sign in if they have their account by clicking Start Exploring. And if the user is new, the user will click Sign Up in order to register an account.
To sign up, the user must create his or her account by clicking Sign Up, using the email they sent to get endorsed and register it in order to log in.
You can now start exploring. Once the user has their account or created his or her account using their endorsed email, the user will log in the registered account.
And after logging in, the dashboard will automatically appear. So, in order to get verified to full access of the Crypto Savers Club or the CSC, the user will be going to the account and go to the bottommost part of the page to complete the 3 tasks given.
Under the account is where the user can see their general and business information, wallets, and their account security.
In the general, by clicking the general button, this is where the user can change their avatar, see their account details, personal information, and on the bottom of the screen is where the user can see the 3 required tasks in order to get verified by the endorser. This is also where the user can delete their account, but take note, deleting your account cannot be undone. Any personally identifiable information will be deleted and any in-progress data will be lost.
Account details. This is where the user can see their account number, account status, whether it is active, inactive, or dormant, account type, whether it is a business account or a personal account, member status, to know the status of the account if it is registered, verified, elite, admin, banned, or deleted. The user can also click on the KYC button and submit a copy of their valid documents so that the account can remain in active status and can extend the duration of the account if their account is expiring by clicking the Extend button.
For your personal information, this is where the user can update their personal information and can only update their information personally once. And if the user wants to change or update their information again, they will need to send the changes to the admin, and the admin will be the one to apply the changes.
Business. This is where the user will put their business information if their CSC account is for business account, and if the CSC account is a personal account, leave it blank.
For the wallets, this is where the user can update their BChares account.
For the security, in this section is where the user can change passwords for security reasons or reset your password in case you forgot. The password should be 8 characters long, and to make it stronger, use upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols.
In the dashboard is where the user can see different kinds of information such as their balance, market price, last transactions, and active goals.
For the balance, in this purple box is where the user can see their current balance of savings, earnings, and P2P wallet. To change the current balance displayed, the user will see a down arrowhead, and by clicking it, a drop-down will appear in order to change the balance. This is also where the user can see their total, earnings, and seeds amount.
And for the market price, this is where the user can see the current price or rate of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BChares for the whole week from Monday to Sunday.
For the goal chart, the user can see the chart of their goal here.
For the last transactions, the user's latest 3 transactions will be displayed here, and to see the history of the transactions, it will be seen in the transactions feature.
For the active goals, this is where the user will see all of their current active goals, see the percentage of their progress of the goal, and how much seed amount placed. By clicking a certain or a specific goal, this is where the user can also rename the goal, and the user will see in the goal details.
And for the goal details, seed amount. This is the amount the user deposited to earn.
Unrealized earnings. These are the money that you earn over time upon activating a goal.
Current balance. In this section, the user can see their current balance, seed amount, plus the unrealized earnings in total.
Profit or loss. The user can see their profit or their loss of their savings.
Market amount. This is the amount or the rate of the seed amount in Bitcoin or BTC.
Market. This is where the user will see the rate of the selected currency in dollars.
For the market rate, this is where the user will see the rate of the selected currency in dollars.
Trade period. In this section, the user can see the entire duration of the goal from start to end.
Days remaining. This is where the user can see the days consumed and the days remaining of the goal before the goal ends or expires.
Status. The purpose of this is to know whether the goal is ongoing or is completed. The user can also identify the status by its color. Ongoing, which is in yellow. Completed but not paid, which is in blue. Paid, which is in green. And lastly, terminated, which is in red.
And for the claim, in this section is where the user can claim their earnings or balance based on the current balance in the goal details after the goal period or duration ends.
Yield. Below the goal details is the Manage section. In this section, the user can see different kinds of information such as date, market rate, yield, amount, and APY. The user can see here their earnings, if their earnings has increased, and can also see how much they earned that day. This is also where the user can post their yields.
In the goal transactions, the user can see here all the posts that has been done or the history of the goal transactions and the amount that the user has earned.
Creating a goal. On the middle right of the screen, the user will see a Manage drop-down. Upon clicking it, this is where the user can add or create a new goal, gift a goal, or check the history of the finished goal. To create a goal, the user can choose from business, emergency funds, investments, family, house, relaxation, education, and others. Upon choosing or selecting a specific objective, the user will fill up the necessary information and enter an amount and choose what coin they want to earn from. The user can also change how long the lock period is.
In the transactions, this section serves as a history of all the transactions or the fundings of savings, earnings, P2P wallet, and sending funds that has or being made from the account. By clicking a transaction, the user will see the transaction details such as the transaction codes, send funds or SFF, load P2P wallet or UPW, fund goal amount or FGA, who the user sent the funds to, the amount of money sent, loaded, or deposited in the goal, when the transaction occurred, and the purpose of the transaction.
As for the funding, this is where the user can put savings in their account, transfer funds to other accounts, redeem earnings, and load their P2P wallet.
To top up your savings, the user will use the form below to top up your account with cryptocurrency. Fill up the top up information such as amount in dollar, payment method, and send it to the current address indicated. The user can also choose what payment method they prefer.
Direct transfer. Transfer funds to any or other accounts here at Crypto Savers Club.
Account number. The user will put the specific account number that they want to send the funds to.
Amount. Input the specified amount that the sender wants to send to the account listed in the account numbers.
For the particulars, this portion is to know what the purpose of the transaction is. The sender gives information so that the receiver knows what the purpose of the transaction is.
Redeem earnings. This function serves as a bridge to transfer the earning funds to the savings.
Load P2P wallet. Peer-to-peer wallet. This is where the user will put, transfer, or load their savings funds to the P2P wallet.
Marketplace. In the marketplace, this is where a lot of users earn funds by buying or trading currencies around the globe. Firstly, check your P2P wallet if you have a specified amount that you want to sell in the marketplace. If not, user can top up or load their P2P wallet by following the succeeding steps.
For the selling and creating an order, to sell, click the Create Order and a sidebar appear and fill up the necessary information such as
Amount in USDT. Put an amount that the user wants to sell in USDT. A USDT is a currency meant to mirror the value of the US dollar.
Fiat. The user can select what specific currency they prefer depending on the money they want to sell in the marketplace.
Price. In this section, what the user can see here is the conversion of the price of the currency selected in fiat.
Limit. The purpose of this is to know the minimum and the maximum amount of what customers can buy.
Payment method. The user or the seller can select what specific payment method they want to receive the payment from, like GCash, PayPal, bank, or others.
For the payment instructions, in this section, the seller will fill up the necessary information like the contact, bank information, and account number. This will vary depending on what payment method the seller prefers.
P2P market. This is where all of the list of P2P orders at CSC Marketplace. In this section, after the seller creates an order, the order and all the information that the seller created, it will be seen by the customer or the buyer here. This is where the P2P trading is.
Filter. The purpose of this is to select a specific order in the marketplace. All orders, this is the combination of what the user sells and what the user can buy. My orders. This is what the user is selling. Buy orders. This is what the user can buy. And also, the user can select what currency they want to buy from.
Advertiser. The account number of the user is shown here.
For the price, the user can see how much the price of each dollar, or $1, in the currency the user chose or wants to buy.
Available. The user can see how much amount is left or available.
Fiat, the selected currency in the filter.
Payment via. This is the preferred payment of the seller.
And action. This feature is where the user can buy orders from other sellers by clicking on the buy button. And if you are a seller, the user or the seller can click on the selling button. By clicking, this is where the user can discontinue or cancel the whole order and open all orders to see all buyers that is ordering.
Upon clicking a specific order to buy, the user as a buyer can see the order details such as the advertiser, which is the seller account number, price, limit, available, and payment method the seller prefers.
Clicking on your order as a seller, you can view or see your order by clicking on the selling button. This is where the user can see their order details, order status, payment instructions, and the manage section, in while the selling can discontinue or cancel the order and open all orders.
Inside Open All Orders is where the seller can see all the buyers who wants to buy from them. And upon clicking on a specific order, this is where the sellers can see how much the buyer wants to buy. And on the Manage area is where the seller can chat the buyer for additional information. And this is also where the seller can release the order for the buyer.
For My Orders, this is where all the list of your orders from other seller at CSC Marketplace.
By clicking a specific order, this is where the user can see the order details, payment instructions, and the Manage area, in which the user as a buyer can chat the seller for additional information or easy transaction. This is also where the user can mark the order as paid and or cancel the order.
Filter. The purpose of this is to view your specific order in the marketplace, such as all orders. This is the combination or the general view of all your orders from the sellers. Release orders, your released orders, processing orders, your orders that needs to be paid or processed. Mark paid orders, your orders that needs to be released by the seller. The user can click on the status to view the details of the order.
Endorsement. This section or this feature is also specialized for elite members of the Crypto Savers Club. If a person wants to use CSC, they will have to approach or talk elite member to avail an e-token. The elite member will get the email of the user to create or generate the e-token.
Log out. Below the account button is where the user can see the logout button in order to log out from the CSC. And below the logout button is where the user can see their last login, the date and the time.
Avatar. On the upper of the right screen, the user can see a profile or an avatar icon with their name and their account number on it. And by clicking on the avatar icon, this is where the user can see and change the theme or appearance to light or dark.
Offline, this page will pop out if the server is under maintenance.
403 page. This page will pop out when the user tries to access Crypto Savers Club using a malicious way.
404 page. This page will pop out when the user searches Crypto Savers Club and it was not found.
And that is all for the functions of Crypto Savers Club. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for listening, everyone. So, if you have any questions, we are now open for your questions.
Any questions, suggestions, and other things? I love the video.
Guys, if you have a
Sure.
question and listening in on YouTube, please write it there so we can pull it over. They're saying the chat is disabled.
No, it's not. A
Oh,
lot of people are already chatting here.
Jane said it was disabled
It
on
should
you.
be they should be logged into their Gmail accounts in order for them to chat. Otherwise, if they have the old, they have to refresh their link. If they loaded that earlier than 30 minutes, they won't have the chat. If they've been waiting for on that link for more than 30 minutes, then they won't see it.
Okay. So refresh your page, guys, if you can hear, so you can get to the chat page. Gail, did you have any questions? I know you had a bunch sent to you.
We have a question from Elika Playa.
Okay.
Are the yields going to show with the most recent first? I think uh it shows the total, but it doesn't show the most recent first because that portion needs to use makes use of the algorithm. I mean, it's being computed on a first come first serve basis. So we have it has to be first in first out. So we cannot reverse it. Otherwise, the computation will be different from from the total amount would be different from the computation. So that's why it's not going to show first instead of last. What we did was to place the total amount already on the first thing that you'll see is the total amount that you have earned, not the last. So you what you wanted is place the last one. Maybe we can trap it. We'll place it. We'll take note of that and have their developers to get that put there also just below the total, so that you'd see the last one, the last amount earned. Can you take note of that, Kyra, so that our dev team will be able to put the last earned amount or the amount earned on a daily basis on just below the totals.
Yeah, that would help, keeping from having to scroll all the way down. And sometimes when it's the last one on the page, it's hard to see the APY. So I think that's why they like it first too.
Okay. Now, our second question, when will be able to use the swapping functions for Bitcoin and Ethereum? I think that's going to be on version 3. Oh my God, I'm already being attacked by asthma here, Dan. That feature will be on version 3. As of now, Bitcoin is very, very cheap. So I think we're the ones doing the buying. If we put that there, we will not be able to control who's going to buy what and sell what.
Right.
Well, we have to make sure that everything is sorted out first rather than buying on active markets. But it surely will become part of the features of the program. Glenn Harris has a question here. Can you read the question, Kyra? Yeah, I think you're on mute.
I don't think she
What
can
did you
hear
say,
us.
sir?
Can you hear us, Kyra? You're
Yes, sir.
looking at
Oh,
yeah. Where's your
yes,
camera? You're supposed to be
it's
looking
right
at
here.
your That's a camera. Where are you looking at?
I'm looking
You
at
have
another
to.
screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kindly read Glenn's question here.
Okay. Glenn's question was, do we have to buy and sell in the market to be successful?
Well, I do buy and sell in the market. I don't know how we measure success here. Is
I
it
think
how do you measure success on your end, Early?
I do strictly peer to peer, and it's extremely successful. But there is other ways, Glenn, that will be offered as far as being. I'm sure you're talking about is being able to take funds out.
Yes.
Marketplace is one of the places, but there will be several other ways that will be allowed. One going through the DEX. We'll be able to actually send money, our funds to a DEX account, which is a wallet. So there are going to be several different ways.
Yeah, other ways would also be the virtual assistant program, wherein you will be given a virtual assistant to market the products for you, and also to do all the marketing stuff and sales. And they report on a daily basis. Basically, that's their job to market your products online. Not just your products, of course, but also products here at Crypto Savers Club, including the USDT that you are holding. But of course, they do earn by commission, and the commissions vary from each and every individual who hires a virtual assistant.
Henry,
All right, so
can you tell us
huh?
when the express market will be ready to? I didn't see that button yet in the.
Actually, the express market is already ready because of the availability of the chat function. Although we are going to be an express allows you to settle your account within 60 minutes as of now. That 60 minutes is still very long, but not everyone has an ability to send instantly through peer to peer. Only CSC has that capability. PayPal, if you're using PayPal, that's also instant, but it has hefty fees in it. So you have also to consider that. As for the what's the that question again? The Express Marketplace.
Yeah.
It's already there through the chat. So if you have an order, you can open the chat box and you can now coordinate with your buyer so that whoever is buying from you can send it right away.
Yeah, one of the concerns from some of the members is that if they put up an order and they want to make sure that the other person will come up and be able to match, and both monies would be up at the same time. There was talk before about having like an escrowed account where both would have their funds in at the same time, then both would be released at the same time. Is that still a possibility?
It has to go. Actually, it's this is a peer to peer system, including even the marketplace is a peer-to-peer system online.
Right.
It's still just like face to face, but you need to be on both of you needs to be online in order to process the transaction. Now, your USDT is on escrow. It is put on hold by the system while the transaction is being done. So you have to ensure that your whoever's buying from you has already sent those funds and you have already confirmed it on your account. It's your responsibility to confirm that you have received the funds before releasing it. That's why we have the release button there. The release button is the final button that you have to press. If you don't press that, you don't issue any USDT, and you can always file for an appeal or dispute the transaction by coordinating with the live support.
Okay, that answers that.
Hopefully, we can make it a little bit. We'll try to see how this workflow will be done because we haven't had any issues yet with regards to people not releasing immediately because they usually call whoever is buying online.
Yes.
Okay, and also take note that everyone who is buying from you have KYC information on us. So if they start scamming you there, then you can always ask for their information, and we can always release that if it's from a authority. Okay, because it's a dispute. Well, I don't want to be fighting over $100 though. Or $50.
Exactly.
I know it's a large amount in other countries, but I don't want to be disputing. More, I spend more than that when calling abroad.
We have a question on Discord from VJ. He wants to know what is the status of sending funds from an external wallet to an external wallet.
Where's that?
He's asking this in Discord in the
Is it?
helpline.
Oh, Discord. What's that? What's the question?
It's from VJ. What is the status of sending funds from to an external wallet?
We are waiting for the license to be done and completed. So once we have that license, as of now, we have the provisional license, but we're not a money service business yet. That's the license that we need. That's the initial step to get the VASP license. So if we have the MSB license, we can send to anyone to any a wallet address. Okay. So far, our provisional license is only online payments, operations of a payment system. All right. We'll discuss more about the different types of licenses here in the Philippines. There's tremendous, and that's just the Philippines, guys. We have to make sure that it's also compliant in the US, the UK, especially the UK, and of course, Australia. Here in the Southeast Asia, we do have agreements already with all the payment systems and firms. So we're almost ready there. We just need the MSB license to be available so that all of the integrations will be completed so that we can start transferring from wallet to wallet, even external wallets,
That'll
so
be
that you
awesome.
can, you know, you can keep it there on your external wallets and just, swap it around.
And also, while we have everyone here, could you explain the differences in the amounts of yield and actually the amount of the percentages of the yield as to some are different, some comparing with others? Could you again
Yeah,
explain
as
this?
I've said last night, if you were already
Right.
here, I mentioned last night that the yields vary from each and every order because of the several factors such as the amount, the time it has been ordered, placed an order, and of course other things. That's why there are several changes and different yield factors that appears on your account. So we cannot really predict because the market is unpredictable. If we can only predict, then Well, I wouldn't be wearing my prediction. You know, my how do you call that ball again? Prediction ball.
Your magic
The crystal ball.
crystal
Yeah,
ball.
yeah. So Jolie was wearing some crystal ball thing a while ago.
Does anyone else have a question? Please post while we can get answers for you.
Here's a great question from Kevin Bowser. Can you read that, Mike?
Uh, from Sir Kevin. So, can you please explain the role that the virtual assistants will play for CSC members?
All right, so that's a great question. We have we have patterned our virtual assistant program with the play to earn program. So what does that mean? It means that you are going to be providing an uh, online job for these virtual assistant, and they earn also, and they do have their own CSC accounts, and they earn from that. And their task is for them to market whatever amount you send them, okay, and sell the USDT for you by with a commission basis. So you'll have to discuss that with your own VA. So they are independent and they are not part of Bitcheers Labs or any of the companies affiliated with us here. So they're on their own, independent contractors. So you will be drafting an independent contract. I think we do have a draft previously, early about
Yeah,
independent contractors
yeah, we do have
working
one.
for working individually for each and every Crypto Savers Club member.
Right.
So basically, that's the function. You help them land a job, they help you land a sale.
Okay. Do you know when these virtual assistants will be ready to come on board? I know many
Are
are
there
anxious to get
there's already 300 of them waiting for them, and it will keep on growing. We do have 15 days for them to. New ones are being onboarded also, and we train them for 15 days in different areas on general administration and general virtual assistant programs. Because they just don't do sales; they do reports generation, searches, and everything you really want to have them do online. So if you want to create a report, if you want them to conduct a research or create a content for your blog and everything else that can be used in the sales process, then that is basically what they do. So
it's
that it would have you would have more sales to to close.
kind
And
of like
they
a
talk to your yeah, they do all the discussions.
that's
They do
good.
all the one-on-one webinars of sorts.
It's kind of like a secretary online. That's awesome.
Yep. That's right. You have your own executive secretary online, on call, on demand, whenever you want to. And you can put a goal in it. Give them a goal. How much are they going to sell in a month? How much commission are they going to be receiving? And of course, some of the perks if they do well, and if they go well and beyond your expectations, then that also means that you have it's up to you to give them the reward they deserve or not.
Right.
Because if within 7 days they don't have any results, then you can always change to another one.
You can fire them, in other words.
Yep. In other words,
Yeah.
because it has to be made clear, of course, that during the first few weeks is basically going to be they're going to be evaluated and the performance will be checked every now and then.
Good deal. Any other questions? I don't have YouTube up, so I'm not sure if they have any questions.
There's a question now from Sir Dan Sawyer. So this question was asked but not answered. Can you send your USDT to a wallet when available only from your earnings? Or can you also send your USDT from your savings also? How will that work?
Okay, so how will that work? USDT, are you talking about external wallet then? Because we already talked about that. It requires the MSB license to do that. And you can also send from your USDT from your savings. It's basically it's from the savings. Everything is from the savings. That's why you have to redeem it. The if you're going to be using the earnings portion, that's the time that's actually the earnings wallet is used for the swap feature. If you want to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's the earnings wallet that will be converted into Bitcoin or Ethereum once the feature is made available. And with that, you will have two additional wallets, a Bitcoin wallet and Ethereum wallet, which you can basically use to do peer-to-peer transactions with other external Bitcoin and Ethereum wallets, such as MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Coinbase, Cash App, uh, what Atomic. Okay, so whatever wallet you're using, whether it's decentralized or centralized, but we do recommend decentralized wallets only because of what's happening in the market right now. We don't want to be part of it. Centralized exchanges falling apart. Okay, so as of now, we only recommend decentralized wallets such as MetaMask, and make sure that the MetaMask you're using is not storing your IP address. We just
Yeah,
had a discussion with Erlene yesterday about that, and thank God that we're not using any MetaMask that is being traced.
yeah,
Okay,
that
so
was
it's
me.
just yeah, that version of MetaMask is really frustrating and infuriating to know, really, to least,
Yeah,
because it's just like using a wallet with a wiretap on it.
that's scary.
Yeah, imagine you sending funds to your family and then someone's wiretapping that communication of value.
Yeah, Gail's the one that caught that one.
Okay, fireball,
That's Avery.
fireball. Huh?
That's Avery.
Hi, Avery. Fireball, Avery. Do you have a mobile app? Yes, the mobile app is ongoing. It's just going to be used for online payments and it's sort of like a Venmo type thing, a mobile. I don't know. Kyra, is Zorro there? Is James
I
there?
I think what he's asking maybe is can we get our account from the mobile like we did earlier? There is a way you can pull up the account on a mobile app.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Zorro. That's Zorro, by the way.
Hi, Zorro.
Say hi.
How are you, hon?
That that's our mobile developer there for the mobile app.
Oh, he
But I'm
didn't.
talking about the mobile app on Android and iOS. That's so he's the one in charge there. And we're not asking you there. So sorry.
He
See you
did a
later.
fantastic job on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. If you want to go to your mobile version of the web app, okay, you just need to type on your browser window cryptosaversclub.com/v2. Okay, so it's
It-
basically, let me just put it on the banner here
yeah, it's
so
V
that
like
you
in
can see
victory,
it. Yeah, Crypto Savers Club.
and that's V is in victory, two.
.com/v2. Okay, so you should.
There it is. Honestly, guys, it's so much easier with this version for us to use the cell phone. I didn't want to use it before because it was so small. It's hard to see and hard to follow. With the new version that they've just done, it's phenomenal. It's absolutely simple to use.
Yeah, we are going to be adopting the new version by the end of this week, so expect cryptosaversclub.com to be the complete one. Okay, so we will be revamping the old one and replacing it with this new template and user interface.
Great. Looks great. Any other questions?
Randy. Hi, Randy. There's one
Oh,
of
that's
our.
Ryan. That's Ryan.
Randy. Oh my God, my eyes are. My eyes are. I'm already. My eyes were getting old, Ryan. Sorry. Is there any idea on time frame to get the MSB license? We're already a few days away from getting one because they're still conducting audit right now with regards to the central banking because it's already the third, the last quarter of the year, and nobody is approving any licenses when it comes to VASP, that's the Virtual Asset Service Provider. But of course, there are the MSB license is always being approved on a daily basis. We are already on queue, and we're just waiting uh, for them to contact us if so that we can fetch that in Manila.
Good deal.
All right, so there you go. That's the mobile link. If you're on the web, if you're using a mobile device, just go to https colon double backslash crypto savers club savers. That you should put an S there, guys. I forgot the
Yeah,
S.
I was gonna say you got it spelled wrong.
cryptosaversclub.com/V2. All
Yeah,
right, so let me just yeah.
you'll correct that because they're gonna
I
all go.
guess yeah. I guess you got the spelling problem from me. All right, there you go. That should be scriptosaversglove.com/V2. But starting on Monday, that would be you can remove the V2. It's going to be the default. You can use it. We are going to be using the new one as the default site, and the old one is just going to be a choice and an option.
I've got some
Okay.
questions that were sent to me that they said that we skipped. So I'm going to be pulling them off here. Jane has one. Refreshing work. How to pay? Okay, that's not a question. Total amount. From Corey, can we transfer savings to our wallet? That was already explained.
What wallet? Where's that question?
Corey, evidently those questions that came up that were
Is it
skipped.
in Discord? Is that?
No, I think this was. I think it was in YouTube.
Yeah, I think this one is the can we transfer savings to our wallet? Which wallet? External wallet?
Which wallet, Corey?
We have three wallets in CSC alone. We have the peer-to-peer, we have the earnings wallet, we have the savings wallet. Now the savings wallet is you can transfer it within the system, but if you're talking about the external wallet, it all depends on the MSB license being approved. Once we have that, then we can start sending to any external wallets.
One wants to know.
Only only in US dollar or USDT that is.
Yeah, and
So if your question is going to be about Bitcoin and Ethereum, that would require the VASP license, which is a higher license that wherein the initial requirement is the MSB license or the Money Services Business license. It's basically a default in every country. Everyone has an MSB.
also they wanted to know about having it transferred to the DEX wallet.
Can our coins be off ramp on Coinbase after being claimed? That's also part of the MSB. If you are going to be transferring your USDT, is there a USDT on Coinbase?
On Coinbase, yes.
Yes, okay. So you can, once we have the MSB license, that can easily be transferred there.
Okay, Alicia has also a question.
Alicia,
Oh, no, she just made a
there.
statement. I'm sorry. She just says peer-to-peer rocks. This,
Okay, here's Darylyn. Darylyn has a question, and I think you're the best person to answer this, Early, because you're the top seller when it comes to peer to peer.
I have not been successful in selling through peer to peer. What is the secret? Well, the only secret I have is being able to, I believe in this 100,000%. So when I'm talking about bringing people peer to peer, I give them a choice. They can go to their bank, then go to a exchanger, and then have to send crypto to the company. So there's three people are going to be touching, three entities are going to be touching it. Every time it's touched by someone, there's a fee that's going to be connected to it. Or they can do a pure peer-to-peer, one-to-one with a member that's already earned crypto. They already have USDT in their account, and they want to exchange with someone who wants to come in or has money that they want to just go ahead and swap. Then it's an even swap. I put in 100,000, they put 100,000, it's done. They want $10, I have $10, we go and do an exact swap. No fees at all, no fees attached to that at all. When I'm bringing people in now, I explain peer to peer first, explain exactly how that works. And there really isn't a secret. It's just being able to believe in what you're doing and showing the difference of having to pay several people every time they touch it or doing a pure peer to peer. Marketplace is going to be great for those who feel like they can't. I know darn good and well, Darylyn, you're going to be hot. This is definitely going to be your cup of tea very quickly. Um, I know you personally, so I
Exactly.
know that's not going to be a problem.
And I had a hard time convincing Arlene with peer to peer
Oh
either.
my gosh, he took him years to make me believe this because I did not believe it for a long time. But I finally got a hold to
It
I
is, as Arlene said, you need to have conviction.
you
Okay,
got to
you have to
believe
have
it.
to, yeah, you have to believe your product. You're selling a product.
Yeah,
It's a US dollar tether. It's a USDT, which is also available on BitShares only in our community on Blink and CompuMatrix. Can you buy those assets?
yeah. The people
All right.
coming in have a
If you're
choice.
going to use the long cut, okay, you're go ahead, do the long cut and get, get the smaller amount in the once it's done. Once the entire transaction is done, you have a lesser amount than you started with. If you started with $100, for example, you'll end up with around $90 once it enters our system
Yeah,
because you made use of several exchanges that has to jump through hoops and loops there, several hoops and
yeah,
loops. So or every jump has a fee. Okay,
right.
so that's basically where they start choosing peer to peer when you introduce that. You always start introducing with peer to peer because here in the Philippines we do have several other peer to peer methods such as Gcash. We have Pay Maya, or it's called Maya now, and others. Those two are the ones that have millions of members in it. So basically, if you want to grow your funds and you have want to have some little elves helping you with grow your funds, then you can join our community. And the only way for you to join our community is to buy the crypto tokens that we have on our community via
Yeah,
peer to peer. Okay, so it's an exact. How do you the terminology you used a while ago?
it's a swap.
Exact exchange,
Right. It's a
exact
swap.
swap.
Yeah, it's exact
Yeah,
swap. Honestly, guys, it's once you get over the fear, no one fought this more harder than I did. I just could not understand what Henry was talking about, couldn't do it, said I would never do it, and now I can't stop. I don't even have to call anyone. They call me, wanting to know what I'm doing, how I do it. I explain peer to peer, which it's an exact swap. I stay very close to all the rules and regulations with crypto. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything right, but yet I don't want to pay more than I have to. And I make sure that when we're doing an exact swap, it is just that, an exact swap. Anyone wanting to come in have to have USDT in order for them to get into this business and have their own savings account. When they do that, they have to buy it someplace or get crypto someplace. This is what easier place than to doing it this way. They can't do it through Marketplace. Again, if you're going to do it that way and sell it through that way, it's going to go to either bank, Cash App, or whatever. If you do it, please go to what do you call it? The DeFi system instead of a Cash App. All of those are going to have a 1099. So think before you do anything. It's an easy way to do it. But for those of you who are worried, please don't worry. There is a lot of other options. Peer-to-peer is not the final way. And if you're not comfortable with it,
we have the VA, we have almost every, of course, the exchanges that will be coming into the CSC program, which their only job there is to provide liquidity for members, and of course, earn through the arbitrage process. But we are not going to be discussing that today because that's another topic. That's going to be part with, we will be discussing that on best practices on doing this cryptocurrency business that and crypto savers club.
yeah. And
All
honestly,
right. I think Mike, I'm sorry, Early, what's that?
we have I mean, we've talked about this before where we've got Food Panda and several other companies already on board, but we also going to be expanding that. For those of you who are US and other countries, there will be other areas where you can actually spend your funds that you have with other companies that will be coming on board. I can't wait till we get that. But one of the companies I'm praying real hard for would be Amazon. I buy everything through Amazon. What a great way to use the money I'm earning here and do basically peer to peer with another company. So
And
that
we can even, we use that, use our funds to do the drop shipping component of Amazon. So
right,
basically, you will be buying and selling stuff there that people buy on Amazon and earn commissions from Amazon.
so it's endless what we can do here. So hang on, it's coming. But there are many options. Once the banking is in place, for those of you who don't want to do peer to peer, that's going to solve your problem. Um, Honestly, once you get a hold to how peer to peer actually works, I can assure you, you're going to be jumping on this end too, because nobody fought harder. I think we got all of the questions. Let me see, go back. Erica had sent me questions we had missed on the account. Let's see if I got them all. I think I
Yeah, I
did.
think we'll send all the other answers to the questions on our Discord channel.
Okay. Uh, Kevin said some of the questions in YouTube's are not being answered. I thought we had gotten them all. Uh, let's see.
Yeah, well, anyway, we'll put those answers on our Discord channel.
Yeah.
Okay, any final
Any,
words there, Ira? And
can you explain the food panda to these people? These Filipinos especially. They're worried that they're not going to have it and it's not going to be a thing. And
Food Panda it has been part. Well, a lot of them already been part of the beta testing when we had Food Panda here. The only problem that we encountered was on the invoicing because we created a Food Panda system wherein they can buy now and pay later. And then the portion of the pay later is the one that they did not fulfill. So that's going there, and then there's also several changes with the API with Food Panda. So basically, that's going to be Food Panda will be released around January 2023, the first week of January.
okay.
That'll be
Good.
great. That's close by. All right. I think that's all the questions that I can see in here. Any other questions? If you put them in helpline in Discord, we'll get them answered for you as soon as possible. But I think we covered everything else that we didn't cover this morning. If you didn't get to hear the call from this morning, there is a link in Discord that you can get in order for you to listen to that call. And I think that's it as far as today, unless I'm missing something. Gail, are you on YouTube? Can you see YouTube? I didn't
Yeah.
pull it.
Hmm.
Okay. Are there any other questions there?
Well, I see Food Panda and Food Panda, and do you expect the license this year?
Everybody's hungry.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that sounds like. Well, he already answered about the license.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I think that's all been answered. Okay. If there's no other questions, I guess we
Yeah.
can.
By the way, I just want to answer this one because the license, of course, it takes 180 days to approve for an MSB, just for an MSB, But we already started. It's already almost there. We're almost there. I don't know the number of days, but we had been so almost done with the 180, right?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It's pretty close to the first time that we had our 180 a day goal giveaway fund.
Right. Right.
So
It's been
basically, it's within that week. Once your goals starts for those who got 180 on the very first week that we did 180. That's basically if you're already closing your goals, that's basically near our the application approval and issuance of the MSB license.
right. It's close, guys. Very close. I know we're all excited. God bless you.
Goodness, I'm having a asthma attack here.
Sound like you have a sneezing attack.
No, it's not. I'm not sneezing. It's asthma, and
Oh gosh.
um, and
Yeah. Too much
and I've
talking.
got no coffee already, so
Oh god.
nothing to nothing to relieve my asthma here. Anyway, do we have any other messages from Bitchers Labs team, Michael?
None so far, sir. So, if you have, guys, if you have any more questions, just go to our Discord, and
And we will
all
also be
all
posting later.
questions will be answered there.
We will be posting all the answers of those that were not
Yes, sir.
answered here.
I think most of them
There,
were answered. They're pretty much the same questions, asked a little
yeah.
bit different, but the same questions, and that it was already been answered.
Yes, as for industry events that are we are not basically affected by that. I know it's causing a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt for a lot of people, especially with what happened to FTX and all their conglomerate groups, everyone that FTX invested into. You know, uh, we are not uh, affected by the market because we actually are part of the Binance team. So we put our funds in Binance and our faith in Binance for now.
Right.
Although we're just waiting for Binance also to segregate our own pool so that we will have full access on that one. Hopefully by the first quarter of January, we will also have a proof of reserves site wherein you can see our reserves in USDT live as
Oh,
they
that'd
come
be
in and
great.
go out. Okay, so that you can snoop around and follow all the trails of the transaction. If you're
Oh,
that is
great.
if you have time to do that on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that's the beauty of a blockchain. You can follow every transaction around wherever it goes. Nothing is Everything is very transparent when it comes to blockchain technology. So that's why centralized exchanges doesn't have anything of those. They're not using any proof of transparency, proof of reserves, and other proofs because they are hiding a lot of things. That's what happened with FTX, and the thing that they don't have any accounting process even. So it's just crazy. It's just crazy out there. But don't fear because we are at the perfect position in the market right now to build this program. start building because everything is down low, very affordable. You can basically buy Bitcoin for $16,000 right now, and basically get that even. It went down as much as $15,600 a few days ago. That's
Right.
why you've been receiving crazy amounts of interest and in your yield farming activities.
Yeah. Honestly, guys, the FTX is actually helping us because I'm getting contacted by a lot of people that were in FTX looking for a home, and they see that we're here, that we're standing strong, that
And we're decentralized. We're using a
exactly,
decentralized exchange, and
that's the
that's
key.
basically a perfect
Right.
opportunity for them to be in.
It's key. So a lot of people are trying to move to a new home, and they really are interested in Crypto Savers Club. And especially because it is DeFi. That's been the big draw for them. That's what they're looking for. And not only FTX, it's many other companies are
Yeah, BlockFi
looking.
is going down. They already filed for Chapter 11 restructuring, bankruptcy. So they're going to be restructuring their company.
Right.
BlockFi is one of the top lenders when FTX was up and running.
Yeah. There are many that have been sent cease and desist orders that these people are trying to find another home. And we're here in order to provide them a new home. And like you said, the 180 days waiting for that license, it's almost up because we're pretty close to that 180 days. It's not looking at 6 months ahead. He has started this a long time ago. So don't lose faith. It's coming.
All right, and with that, I think that's lunchtime for Michael and Kyra.
Sounds good.
I don't know. I think Marie was the one in charge for this. She's the chef for the day. Is Marie there?
Supposed to be,
Who's
sir.
cooking?
It's Jalea who cooked today.
Oh, Julia is cooking. All right.
Yeah.
Jalia and me swapped the days.
All
So I
right. So
supposed to cook
so Michael
for
also
our
cooks,
lunch.
and Michael is single.
Won't be for long.
Kyra is also single. Okay. Anyway, I think that's all for now, guys, and see you in Discord.
All right. And
Thank you,
thank you
everyone.
so much, guys, for coming on. And y'all did a fantastic job
Yeah, you
with your
did.
presentation. Very proud of you. Very easy
Thank
to
you, Mama Lee.
understand and
Thank you.
simple. Thank you, Henry. And thank you all for joining us. For those that are going to bed, good night. Those of you waking up, good morning. And hang on, here we go. Big hugs.